I'm going to walk through the steps of how to configure cloudLibrary for the mobile app. We have help documentation here that I will be using as a reference when setting up the connection. So the first thing that you should look at is the configuration steps. We have 3, and the first one is super important. So you will want to confirm with the library that they have cloudLibrary records ingested or uploaded into their ILS or LMS. This is important to confirm because the connector that we have only supports being able to hijack or replace the catalog item with the cloudLibrary item directly through cloudLibrary's APIs. So cloudLibrary doesn't have a supported search service where we can just search them directly. So this is super important to confirm with the library that they do have those records in their ILS to make sure that this connector works as expected. After that, step 2 is to direct the library to open up a cloudLibrary service desk ticket. And they will just want to ask for API information for the Solus Library App. Once cloudLibrary has processed that, they will send the library ID, client ID, and client key. When the library has that information, they will want to forward it on to you so that you can go ahead and make the configuration. Once you have that, continue to step 3. This is where you will create the cloudLibrary data provider within the content management system, and of course, link it to the mobile app and/or templates depending on the library setup. So in this example, I'm going to stick with a single app configuration. And the first thing that you'll want to do is make sure that you're logged in to the content management system. So this is the default landing page, but you will want to go to data providers, add new data provider, and then down at the bottom e-content here and select cloudLibrary. So the next step after that, which would be step 4, is you'll want to provide a name for this connector, and we suggest naming this something that is very obvious and related to the library. So in this example, I'm going to do Solus Library and then cloudLibrary. This just helps with identification later. Next step, in the API URL field, go ahead and copy this, and just a note, make sure that you don't copy over the period at the end of that, as it will break the connection. Next step is to go to cloudLibrary. So you'll load this URL, which I've already done here, and you'll land on this page, and you'll need to navigate to the customer's cloudLibrary collection that you are configuring. So I'm going to select United States. Let's do Illinois, and then I will grab Illinois Heartland Library System. So once I have this filled out, select go, and it will load this URL. So copy that full URL and put it into this field here. The client ID, client secret, and library ID will have come from step 2 here, from what the library got from cloudLibrary. So you'll copy those over. I'll just put in some random numbers here because this is just a demo of how to configure this, and won't actually work, of course. The last is library URL ID, and that can be found by looking at the URL that you got from following the steps here in step 6. So everything after library and before featured. So you can actually go back to this page if you want. It would be Illinois Heartland, or you can just quickly look at what you've done here, and you'll copy that whole thing and put it here. Of course, go ahead and save it. That means that this has been created, and then we'll navigate back to mobile apps, select the mobile app. We'll select my demo instance for this video, select providers and e-content providers, and find Solus Library App cloudLibrary. Click on it. Down at the bottom, select associate, and then you can see that this has now been connected to the mobile app. So pretty simple to set up, but those are the configuration steps for setting up cloudLibrary for a mobile app.